It has changed every aspect of our lives, from how we communicate to how we conduct business to how we shop. The Internet has become a part of our daily routine. Nowhere is this more prevalent than in the business of retail. With virtually anything you can think of for sale online, more and more consumers and businesses now rely on e-commerce. In fact, $145 billion was spent on e-sales in 2009, and the numbers are only expected to increase.
I think the internet's had a huge effect on how people buy online. The biggest thing is just there's so much information at your fingertips. If there's something you're looking for, it's just easy to find it online now.
One of the few industries that is yet to cross over to internet success is the wine industry. A $30 billion a year business in the U.S., only 5% of transactions currently account for online sales. Because wine is a product often chosen for its distinct and unique qualities, the Internet has traditionally posed a challenge for consumers looking for that wine tasting experience.
The wine industry hasn't enjoyed the same success that other industries have online for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, it's very difficult legally to ship wine from state to state. However, Lot18 uses the winery's direct-to-consumer license, so we don't have to worry about a lot of those regulations that other retailers do. The other thing is a customer doesn't normally think of buying their wine online, and so that's a challenge that we've really had to bridge by providing best-in-class information about the wines, as well as really great sharp photography.
Looking to change this is New York City-based site Lot18. What could seem impossible to some was just another challenge for founders Philip James and Kevin Fortuna. By utilizing a unique producer-to-consumer model that allows people to buy directly from the winemakers themselves, Lot18 is revolutionizing how people buy wine.
Lot18 solves a couple of fundamental issues. And one of them on the consumer side is just buying wine is really intimidating. Whether you're in a restaurant or you're in a store, you're faced with either a giant wine list or you're faced with a wall of wine. And I think it's really hard for people to make choices when they're faced with 1,000 options. And Lot18 is designed to help cut through the clutter and give a really curated experience, and then at the same time offer a level of access that normally only insiders and experts would be able to get.
With content that includes thorough tastings, reviews by a seasoned procurement team, winemaker interviews, and pairing suggestions, Lot18 brings the vineyard experience directly to the consumer's computer.
I think Lot18 is very different from other ways to buy wine online. And one of the big differences is how we put the winery front and center. We have a very limited selection on the site every day. A typical website might have 100 or 1,000 bottles of wine at any one time. We have 3 or 4 or maybe 5 or 6. And as a result, we're able to focus much more depth on each winery and really take the time to tell the consumer about the winery's story and why that wine and that vineyard is truly special.
It's a concept that is also helping smaller wineries by offering exposure to a whole new audience of wine buyers.
It's oftentimes really difficult for a small winery to get large distribution or access to big retailers, and then they're just one label on a large shelf of many other labels for a customer to explore. It's also really expensive. If they were to place an ad in a wine magazine, it might cost them $50,000 to do. So instead, by placing an offer on Lot18 as one of a few curated offers, we can really talk about all of the great qualities of this wine and introduce new consumers to their brand.
Consumers are always looking for something new. People who really love wine, they want to find the new, awesome, hot wine. And they may not be able to do that unless they come through wine country and they happen to come into the right tasting room. And because we have curators in the field, we hope we have our finger on the pulse of what's going on, taste what's new, and we're able, no matter how big that winery is, whether it's a 200, 500, 1,000 case winery, we're really able to give it exactly the same placement as a wine from a 100,000 case winery. So it's really both for the small winery, we're able to give them a large audience, and for the large audience, we're able to get really small producers in front of them that they may not be able to get otherwise.
It's been a real benefit to us to work with Lot18 because we're both small, young companies, and both quality driven. Basically, they give us a broader reach than we could have on our own. Another key benefit for us at Niner Wine Estates is turning those friends that we make from the Lot 18 purchase into fans of our brand.
As a membership by invitation only website, Lot 18 offers discerning wine lovers the chance to purchase selections from the most reputable producers of only the very best wines at the very best prices.
Lot 18 is a membership-only site. Now, membership is free, but there's a waiting list to join, and we've had to keep it that way because we typically work with small family-owned wineries where the inventory is limited, and an offer will go up on the site until it sells out, or 48 hours, whichever is sooner. The problem is sometimes those wines sell out in an hour or 90 minutes, and it's important both for the winery and for our existing user base that people who've registered and people who've been loyal to the site have a time and an opportunity to buy the product before it goes too quickly.
One of the things that I love about Lot 18 is I get to gain an experience of a winery and see inside that winery by purchasing this wine, and then usually I end up liking what I've tried. I get to try it from the comfort of my own home. I turn into a fan of that wine, and then I end up at a beautiful winery like this.
Understanding that the needs of each buyer are just as unique as each bottle of wine available through Lot 18, the company plans to not only continue to offer the most coveted wines, but to surpass the traditional wine buying experience while doing so.
Lot 18's mission is to change the way that people buy food and wine, and we're doing that by working directly with these small grower, family-owned wineries and artisanal food producers and bringing those through the internet directly to this ever-widening group of consumers that shop at Lot 18.
Lot 18, changing how America buys wine. To find out more about becoming a member, please visit lot18.com.